Hi guys, this is Ishak and you're watching Ahyat Property TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now we're in a special video series that is going to look into the budget 2014 and the impact of the announcements that it has made on the property market. Now we're going to look into the budget 2014. I just rearranged a little bit my mind map on the budget 2014 announcements, and it's really based on the text, the official text by the government. So I just rearranged that a little bit. I added some points, and we're now actually looking at RPGT, the foreigners. So the foreigners, and it's really about, so yeah, the foreigners and the new rates that's going to hit the foreigners, and we're going to look into the implications of this. Now let's just look here. So according to the text, the foreigners, the non-citizens basically, the RPGT that's going to be imposed on them is 30% on the gains from properties disposed within the holding period of up to 5 years, and for disposals in the 6th and subsequent years until whenever the RPGT that will be imposed is at 5%. And that's what was really shown here. Yeah, it's the same thing. So first to 5 years it will be 30% with a 5% from 6 years and beyond. Now, what does this really signal? If we can really talk about this. So this is a really clear message by the government of the day that it does not want foreigners to come into Malaysia and buys and sells quickly. So what does quickly means? Within 5 years. And you know what? If you're still going to sell it beyond 5 years, which I would consider like medium and longer term, we're still going to tax you at 5% until whenever. So we're still going to tax you. So here's the question, right? If you're a foreigner right now, and it used to be, I forgot what it used to be, right? But basically it's like a big announcement right now. If I buy and sell stuff, a property in Malaysia, I'm going to be slammed with 30% rental RPGT from the 1st to the 5th year, and 5%, so 5% beyond that. So suddenly it might be I'm just trying to guess the situation right now. If I'm a foreigner, I'm just going to question myself, do I really need to buy into Malaysia right now, buy into Malaysian properties right now? And I was going to plan to make it a quick one, come in and come out as quick as I can, make as much as money as I can. Suddenly I'm slammed with 30%. Suddenly it's not so motivating, it's not so attractive to do that, right? So is it really good for Malaysia, or is it really bad? So some people said, there was an article, I saw a couple of numbers. Foreign ownership in Malaysia was in the single digit. I don't know, some people were saying what, 3, some people said 8. On radio this morning he said below 10. So those, we double check on those figures. So let's say it's single digit percentage of foreign ownership in Malaysia. Perhaps there are some other areas, specific areas in Malaysia where they had more foreign ownerships. I heard on radio this morning again, they mentioned about a figure of 30% in Iskandar, Malaysia, and perhaps on the real southern side, maybe on flagship A and B, that had more active foreign ownership, and of course most of them from Singaporeans. I can't imagine what the Singaporeans are feeling right now, plus the fact that there were some news that, with a stroke of a pen, Malaysia could just change whatever it wanted to. But it really gives a real indication that the government of the day does not really appreciate foreigners coming into the market, buying and selling, flipping, and just speculating the markets and just driving the prices up. I mean, it's not the one factor. It's among the factors that get property prices higher and higher every year. So then again, we look into let's say you put yourself in the shoes of the property producers, right, the developers. Can you imagine if your target markets were targeting it to the Singaporeans or to the foreigners, to the Chinese and to the other people around the world? And with this kind of announcement, I can imagine, man, this is serious stuff, and this is my rice bowl here, right? So I can't imagine what goes on in their minds right now. They're perhaps re-strategizing. They're perhaps going to try to lobby the government, trying to reduce this. And it is just a whole host of things. Now, if you really think about curbing foreigners to buy into Malaysia, and flipping and speculating and slamming them with this RPGT, the question would be, will it reduce property prices? So perhaps it's a really interesting question. I can't answer. I'm not sure myself. But you know what? If we've got time, we're going to look into that question. And yep, thank you so much for tuning into this video. We're going to continue this video series on a host of issues pertaining to the budget 2014 and its impact on the property segment. So thank you so much. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.